everyone, I'm Kayla and I'm a fourth year human nutrition student. And today's recipe is coming from my new kitchen. So I've come back to school in Nova Scotia, and in Nova Scotia there's a 14-day self-isolation period that I am on day 12 of right now. And so that means that it's a pretty good time to do some cooking, and I would like to share the recipe that I'm going to make today. So the recipe that we're going to make today is pasta with white beans and spinach, and luckily I had somebody help me out and get me some groceries so that I can make this. So it has very few ingredients, which is why I'm going to make it, and it's really simple, shouldn't take very long, and very nutritious. Here are the ingredients that you're going to need. I have olive oil, 4 cloves of garlic, a pasta of your choice. I've chosen whole grain rotini, Parmesan cheese, navy beans, salt and pepper, some spinach, and some bouillon. Here I have chicken bouillon. So I've chosen whole grain pasta here because it's very high in fiber along with iron and a few other key nutrients. And it really wouldn't be a video of mine if I didn't change or modify the recipe somewhat. So what I've done here is I'm going to be adding some peas. I have canned peas, but feel free to use frozen peas, fresh peas if you have them. But this is kind of what I have today, and that's what I'm going to use. So peas are also a good source of fiber. And fiber is a non-digestible carbohydrate, and it has beneficial effects on your body. So I want to add a little bit of this in to add some more green to an otherwise fairly beige meal. First order of business, finely chop your garlic. Next up, I'm going to grab a pot that can hold at least 4 cups of water in it. Heat 2 tablespoons of olive oil and add our garlic in and start to brown it. This should only take about 2 minutes, but I wish that you had smell-o-vision. This smells so good already. Nothing smells better than cooking garlic. So once it started to brown like this really didn't take long at all, maybe 1 or 2 minutes. I'm going to remove it from the heat so that it can stop cooking. Give it one more stir here so none of it's burning. To the brown ginger, I'm going to add 4 cups of water to the same pot. Because I'm in self-isolation, I have limited supplies, so I have just a half cup dry measuring cup to measure my 4 cups. It does matter how much water you're going to use because it's actually going to soak up all that water, so hopefully I can get it about right using just this half cup dry cup. Into that I'm going to whisk 2 teaspoons of the chicken or vegetable bouillon as you like. And as you've seen me do before, I'm just going to kind of eyeball that part. We're not doing any baking here, so it's not too as important. Alright, and then I'm just going to take a whisk and whisk that in. And into this mixture we're adding 12 ounces of our pasta. Now I'm going to bring it to a boil, reduce the heat, and let it simmer for 10 to 12 minutes, stirring fairly frequently until the pasta is al dente. While we wait for that to come to a boil, I'm just going to drain and rinse our beans and peas. Okay, so timer went off and pasta soaked up most of the water here. So what I'll do next is add in the beans. I think I'm gonna add in the whole can of beans and maybe only half of the peas, as well as half a cup of Parmesan cheese and 2 cups of spinach. Stir it around and let the spinach wilt down a bit. Season with pepper. Good thing for my half cup measurements. Spinach. My favorite spinach trick is keeping a piece of paper towel inside any of your produce. It keeps the moisture level down and keeps it lasting longer. So that's what that is. I'm just going to grab a couple handfuls in, about 2 cups. And season to your taste with salt and pepper. Alright, so the spinach has had a chance to cook down, and there's peas, beans, good Parmesan cheese, and whole grain pasta in there. Alright, and here's the final product. I topped it with a little bit more pepper and a little more sprinkling of Parmesan cheese because you can't have too much Parmesan cheese. And I hope you try this recipe and enjoy. This recipe serves 4 and only took me about half an hour to make. And it comes out to about $1.32 per serving. So it's really nice and budget friendly. I hope it works for you too, and I am happy that you may have clicked on this video and watched it and maybe learned a new recipe. Moment of truth. Still pretty hot. Pretty good. Adjust it to your taste with however much salt and pepper and Parmesan that you want, and feel free to play around with the recipe. It's super easy. See you next time.